The job of a futurist is to predict the future. We examine the trends that surround us and try to give a forecast as to where we will end up next in order to provide organizations and professions with the insight that they need to align and adapt to new realities. When it comes to the future of education, the challenges are vast in terms of the scope of the changes that are underway all around us. And one of the reasons for that is that the future is bigger than you think. Think about the world of healthcare, the impact of genomic medicine, the impact of new technologies and new forms of diagnosis, new pharmaceuticals means that we are entering a world in which increasingly we know what individuals are likely to become sick with, and we re-architect the delivery of healthcare resources based upon that knowledge. When it comes to the world of construction, we are moving from a world in which we construct facilities on site, in which buildings and structures are put together in factories by robotics for final assembly on site. In the world of manufacturing, we're moving from a world of mass customization where we produce a similar product for millions of people to a world of mass customization based upon concepts such as 3D printing and advanced robotic technology. In the world of retail, we're actually moving from a world in which we used to go to get the products that we need to a world in which increasingly the products come to us delivered by drones and other last mile delivery technology. And when it comes to the world of energy, we are moving from a world in which we are based on oil and carbon resources to a world of renewables, wind, solar, and batteries. Fundamental change in every single concept of the world of energy. And in the world of automotive and trucking, we're moving from a world in which we one day drove vehicles and then found ourselves in a world in which those very vehicles drove themselves. The impact of all of these changes on the world of education is profound because knowledge is accelerating to a degree that we have never seen before in society. We are increasingly moving to a world of what I call just-in-time knowledge, getting the right knowledge at the right time for the right purpose, for the right individual, for the right requirements. And the challenge in the world of education is real. We are increasingly moving to a world in which we need to deliver knowledge that we are not yet aware of, for jobs that do not yet exist, to a group of people who don't even know that they need that knowledge, and we need to do it yesterday. The facts are simple. The students that we are involved with are likely to graduate and work in jobs that do not yet exist. The reality in the world of education is quite simple. We are dealing with students who will work in jobs that do not yet exist for knowledge not yet in existence, using technologies and education concepts that we haven't yet even thought of. How do we innovate, change, and adapt in a world in which change is happening faster than ever before? Think about the reality of what is occurring with knowledge. We are in a situation in which we are seeing rapid knowledge obsolescence at the same time that we are seeing the rapid emergence of new knowledge. We're witnessing the disappearance of existing careers and the rapid emergence of new careers. And all of this leads to a world in which we need to deal with a reality in which learning is what most adults will do for a living in the 21st century. I go out and talk to educators. I challenge them to think about some of the new careers and professions which might emerge in the future. In a conferences in the past, I have actually talked about a list of jobs that have included the following: an agricultural drone pilot, a healthcare robot manager, an outer space tour guide, a water architect, a micro-weather programmer, a 3D printer clothing designer, a computer hacker anti-hacker, a remote sports performance analyst, a smart highway traffic manager, and a smart packaging advertising manager. These are new careers which are unfolding in real time. And how do we even begin to prepare today's students for tomorrow's reality? And that's where the concept of innovation and change begins to occur. What we need to do as educators is continually innovate, change, and adapt to the new realities that surround us. And COVID-19 has changed everything. All of a sudden, with these existing challenges, everything has accelerated in terms of the scope of the change. We're having to deal with new distance education concepts. We are dealing with changing attention spans in that what we do as students online is fundamentally different in the way that we reacted before in a classroom. We are seeing a continual influx of new technologies, and we're witnessing an ongoing decrease in personal interaction. As educators, we need to continually challenge ourselves to innovate, change, and adapt, and align ourselves to a reality of the future, which the future belongs to those who are past. Futurist Jim Carroll from the home broadcast studio. If you aren't reinventing, you aren't living. We are living in an era of absolutely massive disruption where there are an unprecedented number of trends reinventing the industry, and nowhere is that more real than what is occurring with distance education and what is occurring with the delivery of knowledge. We are witnessing so much change. It is simply staggering. I've been part of that change, innovating at a furious pace in my home broadcast studio with advanced capabilities to help to take leadership meetings, events, conferences into this virtual world, because we need to do a better job at delivering the knowledge that individuals need to survive and thrive in a fast-paced world. One of the things I was doing before the global pandemic was I was delivering, as part of my keynotes, a lot of pre-event videos, which put in perspective the trends, the issues, the challenges, the opportunities for the audience before they even traveled to the event. And in this virtual space, I am doing the same thing. I'm working with a lot of very new capabilities to put in perspective advanced leadership insight in the form of pre-recorded videos, which are professionally produced by my overseas producer, which accelerate the knowledge opportunities for individuals who are coming to your virtual event before they actually arrive at the event. I'm going to be speaking to a group of educators in just over 2 weeks about the future of education, about the future of distance education, about the future of knowledge, the rapid emergence of new jobs and careers. And I'm releasing this morning the pre-event video, which I have worked on with my overseas producer, which puts in perspective these trends. These are the type of disruptive ideas that you need to accelerate your virtual events, because you're going to be in this space for quite some time in the future, and you need to reach out to people in new and different ways, because the disruption occurring in the meeting and event space is real, it's profound, it's massive. You need to do a better job. You need to shake up your opportunities, your capabilities. You need to go virtual, and you need to do it in a way that is simply compelling and an absolute home run in terms of production values. That's what I've been doing in my home broadcast studio. Everything you've just seen has occurred on the green walls behind me. If you are interested in accelerating your events into this future, reach out and contact me, virtual.jimcarroll.com. We can chat about how I can take your virtual event to the next level in terms of production capabilities.